We're doing it live.
Hello.
Hello.
Live.
All right. So this is kind of impromptu a little bit.
A little bit
Yeah.
off the cuff, a little bit planned.
So yeah, we knew that we were going to do a video tonight, but
Mhm.
we just didn't really know that we were doing it live until
Moments ago. I thought it was
until moments ago.
like literally 5 minutes ago when we were out smoking.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to do just the quick video, but we're live. Hopefully no camera issues this time. Our last video kind of lagged, but I think it might have been an external video. So
Yeah, I think it was because of our external webcam that we were using.
Work in progress.
So what we're gonna do is Jeffrey Comic-Con Hansen.
Yes.
If you're not following him, by the way, follow his channel.
Subscribe.
Awesome dude. Or yeah, subscribe. But he did a video recently. He did a tag video where he talked about how
you collect.
Yeah, how you collect, kind of like what your style of collecting is and stuff like that. And he tagged a few people in it, and he didn't tag us, but he also said feel free to make a video. So, and we'll also tag a few people at the end as well. So
absolutely.
And it's an awesome video too, because I love the video that he did because he brought up so many good points in it, and
it was a really good video. You should totally check it out. It's all in what drives you to comics, what intrigues you about it, what is it that you like, the reading or the collector, or one and the same.
Exactly. Oh, speak the devil. Jeffrey's in the chat right there. Yeah, we were just talking about you, buddy. How the video that you did, your style of collecting and stuff like that, and I thought it was awesome. So
yeah, this is our response to your video of how do you collect.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we would partake.
Yeah, and we've definitely said it a bunch already in our videos. How we just got into collecting last January.
Mm-hmm.
The end of January, so
mid-January.
It's pretty much been about 11 months, so
yeah, just shy of a year.
Yeah,
and in a couple weeks.
I know. Yeah, It's already this next week already. Yeah, January 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we did,
you're welcome.
The first time going to the comic book store when we got back into collecting, the first thing I did was obviously just go for characters that I loved growing up and that I was into collecting, my original time around collecting.
Our first time going to the comic book store, I remember you asking which one we should go to. I'm like, well, I know of Dr. Volts. It's the one I've been to. It's the one my brother-in-law goes to. It's the first comic book store I ever went to. And before I met him, I actually bought my first comic, which was Arrow, because the show I just debuted on CW, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And my mom, being total nerd, was like, oh yeah, it's a comic. And I ended up going and getting that and the first trade of Quiver that Kevin Smith did, and I loved it. But the first time we actually went to Dr. Volts, we only walked out with a 50-cent book because we're like, okay, we don't really have much money at this time. We're just going to go look. We had to at least get something.
I think we got a couple books from the quarter bin.
Yeah, what it was a couple books from the quarter bin, and it began from there, and we've been going every week since.
Yeah. Because then I remember the week after that we got was when we actually got like a decent haul, and of course I went right for the Deadpools, Punishers.
It took me a little longer because I like the superheroes, I do, but I'm more into the indie and what was the word you used earlier?
Kind of more sci-fi fantasy kind of stuff.
But no, there was another one.
Another word?
Yeah.
Oh, more like more creator-owned, more original stuff.
Yeah, because my favorite, one of my favorites is Image Comics. I follow a lot of Image Comics, and yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Right. Yeah. I love those cheap bins too, especially like when you're getting into collecting, when you're trying to find,
Mhm.
maybe something new or something, that you've never, read or anything before
I
because our LCS you'll find modern books in the quarter bin a lot like stuff
Yes.
like if you order too much and it doesn't sell so like a month
Yeah.
later you might see it in the quarter bin so
I remembered my train of thought. So those couple times after going there the first time, he had already started collecting, his favorites, Punisher, Wonder Woman, Batman, and all of them.
Batman, yeah, for sure.
I had already known about issues going into trade paperbacks, and I was scouring all of the not necessarily back issues, the ones that are still on the wall but aren't new, like as of that week. And so I just kind of skimmed through, and that's when I came across Monstrous. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me go see if I can get this in a trade paperback. They're up to, at the time, it was like volume
It's just wondering
13.
oh well issue
Yeah,
in the singles
not volume. Yeah, in the singles, they were up to issue 13, I believe.
yeah
So I went and found it in the trade paperbacks, and I fell in love. Monstrous is incredible. Yeah.
it really is I can't believe how many Eisner awards and everything they won this year and
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I'm a slight collector on. Is one of my Christmas presents from him that we showed in the video was he got me Monstrous Volume 3 Haven. I have that whole trade paperback in single issues, but I love being able to go back and read it in the trades.
yeah, I know. We do that sometimes where we double dip, where we'll have the full runs and singles, but then still get the trades. I like having the convenient of it in trades, like if we're reading on the go and stuff and stuff like that. So that always comes in handy too. So yeah, so then after once we got back into collecting and stuff, eventually, you start seeing what creators and artists and stuff you like, and then you finally start coming across that. And then so like Jeffrey in his video, he made a good point, collect what you love, it doesn't matter what it is, like he even mentioned the video, it could be My Little Pony or whatever it is,
It could be that one Almost Coaster Sky Cooper.
Sly Cooper, yeah.
Sly
See,
Cooper.
that was really crazy because I've had that book. It was something from GamePro from back in the day, and then I recently saw how it's like $100 book, and that thing wasn't even bagged and boarded. Like that thing was damn near a coaster for us. And
that
then
one was
I
at the
saw it
end
was
of
like
my
$100
indie
book.
box where the unopened Star Wars trade paperback is that we got from Loot Crate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeffrey says honestly, trade paperbacks are probably the way to go.
I love them so much.
But as an OCD collector, I feel like I need to have a bunch of single issues. Exactly, I'm the same way. Like I love having the full runs like in singles. Like she kind of prefers trades to singles barely, but to where I prefer singles over trades.
Here's an example. So Monstrous, I read issues, got addicted, not issues, got the trade paperbacks, got addicted, and then caught up to the issues and bought the issues as they were coming out. Saga, I just jumped onto, and it's trade paperback. I love it. It is incredible. But I think when I catch up on the volumes in trade paperbacks, I'm going to wait for the next trade paperback instead of going into the issues and double dipping. Only because I go through them so quick when I do read them that it will be way too big of a tease to only have one issue.
I don't know though.
To read at a time.
You've been so hooked on Saga. I don't think that you're going to be able to wait.
I think I might, only because I've been waiting to jump onto trade paperback 4 or volume 4 till I'm done with my two reads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. I guess we'll see. Only time will tell.
But yeah, I'm pretty much 50-50 collector reader, sometimes obviously there is stuff that I get just for the collecting aspect where I won't even read it.
You are much
more like the
modern
stuff. We get it and then I put it in my to read box. But some stuff, when I'm collecting like old complete runs of stuff, I just put it right in our long boxes. But you know, I'll probably read it in the future at some point, you know.
You're so much more of a collector than I am because, I mean, when we first started going back to the back issues and things, he would get random issues and they would be out of order and he wouldn't care. They were back issues, you know, he wanted to collect them. And like when we would find them in the quarter bins, oh, it's almost a full run. Let's get 3, 5, and 9.
Well, if you can, yeah, if you can find a chunk of the run for a quarter a piece, you're gonna get it.
Yeah, see him? I honestly, quarter bins, if it's like full 4-issue miniseries, then I'll get all 4. But if it's only like 1 or 2, I tend not to get them because that's how I still have some Serenity that isn't complete and I haven't been able to complete it.
But you also have to think of like some of the runs that I'm collecting have 800 issues. So like look at ASM.
That's true. The ones that I'm collecting are a lot less.
Yeah. Okay. You know, like I'm working on like ASM and Daredevil and some of these ones that have 600 to 800 issues. Detective Comics, they're going to hit issue 1000 in March. The difference. You know, so.
Yep. Well, it's been established.
Hey, Comic Books NYC, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Hello. Thanks for stopping by.
I mean, so like I kind of consider myself 50-50 collector reader, even though it's kind of maybe more like 60-40 in favor of a reader, because I do read more than I do of getting stuff, you know, just to collect, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like most of the stuff I get, I read.
Yeah, I would agree that you're about 60-40 collector reader. I'm more about 70-30 or 80-20 collector reader collector. Yeah, reader collector. Because I love jumping into the.
So then the good question is pretty much is like what drives you to pick up that specific book or whatever, you know, like the character, the artist. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, you know, the writer, the artist, the character.
Not to be shallow, I have always done my best not to judge a book by its cover. But when I came across Monstrous, I was just kind of looking at the art, mostly of all the ones on the wall.
The art is incredible in that book. It
is so good. It is the one that caught my eye. And then I had picked up the issue and, I had found the trade paperback and went and read the back of it to see what was it about. And I fell in love. It's good.
It really is. I love the art in Monstrous.
It's the art that caught my attention when I noticed it on the wall, and then I went back and looked at the trade, read the back, and
it was the same thing with me with Lady Mechanica, which that's one of the rare indies that I do read.
That's like the only indies trades you have.
Yeah, trade wise, yeah. I mean, because the only indies I really follow is like Lady Mechanica and Spawn. Spawn, like, yeah, technically it's Image, you know, so it is like indie-ish. And I always call it like Image and indies. Yeah. Because Image is getting like big enough, you know, to where it's almost.
You know what I just realized though? You want more of the omnibuses and the single issues, whereas I like my trade paperbacks. Going back and reading comments. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Reading the chat to you guys.
We did gather some that we are more collectors on that we can show. Do you want to go first, or?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, me being an artist,
that you need to draw more.
That I do need to draw more. I know. I'm such a slacker.
An incredible artist.
Yeah. Yeah, just like kind of a side tangent, you know, like some personal stuff about me. But yeah, like I used to be a tattoo artist and stuff, and it's been a couple years since I've even drew, you know, like, I mean, because I really want to work on a book with her because she's an amazing writer. So I think it's a dream of mine for me and her to do a book, you know.
I am in the process of writing a book.
Yeah.
I got the layout, but I don't have all the words to the page yet. Yeah. It's a whole other story.
So yeah, me being an artist, I mean, I know, right? Like, obviously, you know, the art on a cover really draws me in, and there is a lot of times where I'll get, I'll get a book just for the cover. Even if it's something that I'm not.
For example, that one, the group.
Yeah, the group Battle Lines.
Yeah.
It was a issue of Century, I believe, and I haven't been following Century, so.
Yeah.
And we got that just because of the Battle Lines.
Yeah, because we have our section along the wall that you can probably find on his Instagram of our Battle Lines, and those are ones that we collect.
Yeah, one of my favorite cover artists is Art Germ. So
he's incredible.
I'll get every Art Germ I come across, even if it's a book I'm not following. This one was actually a variant to a book that I am following, though. I have been reading this series. I think it was a 5 or a 6 issue mini, and I think it wrapped up. But I think I'm actually behind an issue or two, so I haven't finished it. But it's been a really good run. But anyways, this was the Life of Captain Marvel.
You forgot one of the Art Germs.
Oh yeah, we do have the one over there too. This cover, like, I love this cover.
That cover is incredible. One of my favorites.
Never mind. I was going to say, wasn't that one of the first Art Germs we got, but it wasn't.
No.
The first one.
Yeah. It's down in our stack.
Yeah, the first one we actually got was the Mighty Thor 705 variant.
Mm-hmm.
And
that one is so beautiful.
This was like the first Art Germ I came across, and this is the one that I immediately.
You know what I just realized about all of our Art Germ? We have the most Selena Kyle ones.
Oh, I know.
Out of all the Art Germs that we have, the majority is Selena, which I love because she's like a favorite.
Yeah, because he did. I think his run of variants is over on Catwoman, because remember we saw the solicitations for Catwoman #7, and the variant wasn't Art Germ, it was someone else.
Right. Yeah.
And I think we have almost all of them except one. I think we're missing one.
Yeah.
Hey, Discovery Bay, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by.
Hello.
How you doing?
We usually try to get our Art Germ and Virgin ones not slabbed. It's like I said previously, it's been a long day. Top loaded, but
yeah, we do top load like a lot of our kind of like our favorite ones, or definitely like Art Germ or Matina, like definitely Matina too. Like I'm a huge Matina fan too.
Yeah, so I just put these ones in a ranking because they are my favorite. So one of my favorite Art Germ ones that we collected is this Catwoman one. It is going to be framed. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite Art Germ that I've seen, period.
It is going to go into a frame eventually. It's not just going to be top loaded. It's going to go into a good size frame and be on the wall. It's all-time favorite. The art is incredible, and that's what I like to collect.
Like, I would actually slab this one.
That one's my number one. This one,
I would actually slab that one.
Yeah. This one is my number 2 favorite Art Germ Selena Kyle.
That one would be your second one?
Yeah. Because it has Batman. And I love that being...
That one's pretty dope too, because it looks more like charcoal, like colored pencil or charcoal. I think that one is like a charcoal piece, where his other ones are more like digital.
Yeah.
Where it's more like a digital painting.
Well, and I love how she's just like inside and he's like, it's like the two images. It's incredible. I love it.
If Thanos shows up, I'm going for the head. Lesson learned, right?
I know he should have gone for the head.
Right.
I still can't believe that Reality Stone with Gamora, though. She had him. That was like too easy. And then it was just heartbreak.
It was.
I don't know if you need to close that.
Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know.
Ads.
I don't know why my phone gets those now.
It's weird. But yeah, this one's
one?
number 2. No, that one's number 3. That one's my third favorite.
Yeah, this one is the variant to issue 2, but her third favorite. This one we have in the top loader, but This one we actually have up next to our. We normally have it hanging up next to our framed copy of Damned. No, yeah,
That's the one
yeah.
that we have framed,
I'm
right?
really glad that you guys don't see the ads on your end. You know what it is? It's weird.
It's really weird.
It's
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 spam.
it's from some app I downloaded recently. So once we started doing YouTube, I downloaded like a couple like video editing apps and stuff like that. And ever since I did one, I don't know exactly what one it is because, like I said, I did a couple of them. But
Several.
ever since I did that, I'll get these pop-up ads just like in the general area of my phone, not like in that app or in another app. Like I can literally be on my phone's just home screen and this thing will pop up.
It's ridiculous.
And it seems like it's always an ad for Mercari, whatever it is. I think
have
it's
no idea.
it's some kind of
All I
some kind of
know-
like shopping app or something. I think is what it is.
All I know is when we get new phones, you're gonna like read all the details and the ads that come with which apps you add. So
Yeah.
it doesn't get switched over. This is my fourth favorite Catwoman one, and it's the last Catwoman art firm that we have.
That one we actually got at our con, right?
Yes, at our first con this past year, thanks to one of my friends that was able to give us some tickets, we were able to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good time. Then we saw it and we just had to get it. So it's a favorite. And then one that I actually got up to grab.
Con. I love how he does
Con. One that I actually got up to grab is, you guys should see how incredible this looks in the frame.
I think we've showed it before on video.
We may have showed it before, but I'm showing it again because it's gorgeous.
I know. I do love how that looks framed, and specifically in that frame too. Like that frame looks really good around that book.
This is what's going to happen to that first Catwoman one that I showed. So I just wanted to show off the frame because it's so pretty.
Yeah, because Catwoman is like pretty much her favorite character, and Batman is probably my second after Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's really hard to put your favorite characters in a ranking, you know, like to put them actually in a numbered ranking.
It is really hard. She's definitely a favorite, but I still also really like a lot of others. And then, hey.
Oh yeah, I totally feel that NYC. That's for sure.
What was it?
Yeah, he said those Catwoman art term covers are fantastic, but after getting a few of them, I had to stop because I wasn't reading it, and I'm trying to cut down on my new books only to what I'll actually read.
That's what he needs to work on.
That's what I was just gonna say.
He needs to work on
Fuchsia
that.
was actually recently saying, you know, she's like, have you noticed like our pull list just keeps getting bigger? And I'm like, well, yeah, I know. It isn't that often when you normally jump off of stuff.
It was for example, it was a small week this week for our to reads that we pick up in our pull list. We still walked out of our local comic book store spending just as much as we do on a full week that has almost everything that we read. It was statues and collectibles and things like that, but after we had left, I was like, you notice when we first started going, we kept it under this amount. We should get back to that. And I'm like, well,
we're easily like double that now.
Yeah, it's like that's never gonna happen. And I wasn't being completely serious about it because I'm just as addicted to it as he is. So it kind of works.
Yeah, Comic Books NYC said, yeah, I only got 2 new books this week. That's funny because from our pull list was 2 or 3 books.
2.
But we still.
I picked up a back issue that I didn't realize had come out because I jumped on the series at a random time.
Yeah, because we did get a bunch of back issues, and then also the Daredevil statue and the Red Hood omnibus and stuff. So it's what did it.
I don't even know how many we wrapped in total. To be like a countdown of.
I don't know because it seems like week to week it's normally around 20 books usually.
For you. For me, it's
that's like total, both of ours, I think.
Yeah.
Well, no, counting yours, maybe like 25-ish.
No, I mean, like, out of all the ones we're showing, like, a countdown.
Oh, no,
yeah,
I don't
we're
know.
just kind of going random. This,
I know, we kind of got off topic of Comic-Con's video. The whole, like, what we collect and why and how
if I had $1 for every time I got distracted, I'd have a lot of dollars.
Yeah, me and her are both so squirrel brain.
We really are. This is the next one, Supergirl. Yeah.
Supergirl, yeah.
Supergirl. I almost said Superwoman. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, this one I love too. It's incredible art. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Jeffrey got the Fantastic Four wedding issue. Yeah, we got that one
Ooh.
too.
Yeah, we did.
I'm stoked to read it. I'm actually behind a couple issues on Fantastic Four.
I'm behind on I have like.
Actually, yeah. When we're done with this video, I am gonna read.
No
a
joke.
lot tonight.
My to reads is that thick.
My to reads is a short box.
To be fair, out of this much, there's 2 that I've read. It's a work in progress. There's still a dent in it from what it was when I started. I just can't wait to get back to Saga.
Oh, and Comic Books NYC got Fantastic Four #5 and Superior Spider-Man. NYC, have you read that Superior Spider-Man yet? I haven't heard anything on it yet, and I'm debating. Like I really wanted to get it, but like I said, I'm kind of, trying not to have our full list get too big, even though it's pretty big right now.
That's another thing is there's a few that we have on the pull list.
Oh, he hasn't read it yet.
That I still like. They'll come out. The ones that I follow, they usually come out with 2 to 4 different covers, and 2 of them are in the hold, and the ones that are in the hold are usually the ones that I don't want, and then I'm picking up the alternate cover that's there that I do want. So it's kind of like, should I even have it on the pool if I'm not getting the one that I want? But then at the same time, it works out in case it sells out. So
Right.
It works. This one is gorgeous. I love the blue and the black.
Hey, Puff, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, we're just showing some of our favorite collection ones that we have collected.
I know Bueller loves his shiny covers, and I like him. It's not that I don't like him, but I'm admittedly not as big of a fan of him as he is probably. But I really love that one.
The dark blue and the black and the gray is just gorgeous.
Yeah,
so gorgeous.
That book, pictures and stuff doesn't really do it justice. Like that book, you have to see in person.
Agreed.
This book looks.
Agreed.
Yeah, this was a really killer one that he did.
Yeah.
And it was the standard one too. I mean, it was the standard cover that week. It wasn't a variant or anything like that.
These are all mostly his collection too, by the way. We didn't really disclose that. I mean, what's mine is his, what's his is mine. We share a lot, but there's more things that he goes after than I do, and there's 3 things that I go after, and we just kind of jointly appreciate
and then I hand her stuff to read, she hands me stuff to read that like she's checking out and I'm not.
I got him into Monstrous. He needs to catch up. Yeah. It's good.
I also got this one was a really killer one too. This one was a standard, and this was a regular cover as well too. Wonder Woman 51. This one is definitely gonna go in our like Wonder Woman area, of stuff.
Yeah.
And then real quick, last art germ here. This was the Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1. This one was a variant. I love this one too. This is another book like in person. It's kind of like it has, I don't know, just this neat like aesthetic to it. Like
Backstep Wonder Woman is really good to read, and the most recent series that I really loved with her was Brave and the Bold with Batman. I know they've done Brave and the Bold a long time ago in the past, and there's been a ton of Brave and the Bolds, but that most recent Brave and the Bold was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. That was one that he got and was like, you need to read this. And I'm like, okay. It's out of my norm from what I usually read, but I was very thankful that I actually read it.
Well, and Wonder Woman has been really good since G. Willow Wilson took over. Right from the gate. Like her first issue since she took over was good. Yeah, Stay Puff said his Catwoman covers have been gorgeous. Yeah, that's actually what we were just showing.
Yeah.
Right before you showed up.
Recap.
Yeah, because we have 3. Wait, we have 4. We have 4 of the 6, so we're missing 2.
2, yeah.
Or no. Where is the other one? Because remember, there is the
It's not here. What one?
remember the Christmas one. What did I do with it? It might be in the box or remember the Christmas
Oh,
one.
it's in your to reads. Yeah, we got that one just this past week.
I wouldn't have put it in
With
the
the-
reads, or maybe it is in my treats.
I bet
don't
you
know.
anything
bet
it's
it
in the
is.
to reads.
So yeah, I forgot. We are only
Yeah.
missing one, and it was it was the Christmas one to number 6.
It was kind of curved, but it was still a really good deal for where we got it at the nerd store. That one we didn't get at a local comic book store. We had gotten that one at the nerd store. But I bet you anything it's in the to reads. Ooh.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Joshua Middleton too. Yeah, Middleton has definitely been killing it, and Matina. I love Matina.
Did you end up reading? You did end up reading the Looney Tunes Catwoman one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I love. I thought it was incredible how they incorporated Tweety Bird and
You should
Sylvester.
grab the books on the stand, because what we're talking about, like covers driving our collecting. I just want to show these covers real quick. This
and then we'll get to mine.
This Mark Brooks one. This is one of my favorite covers I've seen in a long time. It's Detective Comics 994, and this thing is just incredible. Like I'm gonna top load it here when we're done with the video, but I would even slab it. But this thing is incredible.
Yeah,
I love like how in the reflection, you can see, you can see Batman, in the reflection of the blood. And, just the color palette on this too, like with a lot of the darks and then the red of the blood like popping.
and then
That one's incredible.
This one he is very, very proud of.
I am so stoked I found out I was able to come across this. The Virgin Spawn Matina variant.
Yes.
This thing. Whew. And then Doctor Doom is one of my favorite villains. So I had to get this one, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Gabriel Dell'Otto.
That Spawn is a good one.
This
one's a good one too.
Yeah, this one is going to go top loaded in my Doom section.
Yeah, it's going there.
I love that cover. I'm so glad I came across that one too. Oh yeah, this is going to be top loaded too. Shout out to Discovery Bay who sent me that. I am still stoked on this one, buddy. Thank you so much again.
He is. He loves it.
Yeah, but like I said when I met you, when that how Tony Sanders was this was his book that he showed on one of the episodes of The Hunt, and I just mentioned how it was kind of like a personal key, personal grail, and I'm stoked on this one. And speaking of which, our video that we did yesterday or whatever, I came across Moon Knight #2.
Yes.
But not the #2 to this volume. It was volume 2, #2. So it wasn't the #2 to this, but
yeah. There is
still an early Moon Knight
classic Catwoman that I'm starting to collect. I haven't read them yet, but when I get them, I just put them in. They're from her first solo series in the early 90s, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. Comic-Con was he was gunning for that Doom cover too. Yeah, if I come across it again, or where did I even get it? Was it the nerd? It wasn't at our LCS, right? It was the nerd store, wasn't it? I think it was.
I think it was the nerd store because we went to the nerd store the day after we went to our LCS, and I think we got it the same time you got Spawn.
That's right. Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah. This one, this one I was actually lucky to get because I didn't get it the week it came out, and as we all know, those Matina covers fly. So to get this one 2 weeks after it came out, just sitting on the shelf, like I don't know, but the one to Batman 59,
it's a good one.
I know. I'm trying to angle this where there's not that like bad glare.
Yeah,
I know. We definitely need to get some better lighting. I mean, we have that light right there we could turn on. I don't know.
Give it a month or so. We might be in a completely different situation. We'll see. We'll get back to you.
Oh yeah, Stay Puft said he has a few of the '90s Catwoman issues. I used to have a lot more of them.
Yeah.
Do we have them?
Not in here. They're
Okay,
in there. Yeah.
they're in our room.
They're in there, but we have 0, 3, 4, 8, and 9.
Oh, yeah, NYC 61. Was that the one? I posted a picture of it. I still need to see if I can find it online or something. It was the red one with Batman. The color palette is pretty much like just black and red, but it's like I wish I could put up the picture of it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it was 61. Yeah, with the red background. That, oh my God, dude.
So beautiful.
That is one of the sickest covers I've ever seen. And I'm hoping I can come across it. That thing, I need to look online to see if I can come across it. That thing.
We ended up showing more books than we originally planned, but that's perfectly okay. It happens.
It does kind of have a jock feel to it. It does. That's funny because I kind of thought the same thing. Like the composition of it, and like how it's hard to explain. Like how it's almost like at first glance it's kind of hard to read because of how dark everything is, but then after you look at it for a second, you can kind of see everything. I just love that cover. All right, real quick, one more Mattina one. This one is actually to Deathstroke 38, and even the colored palette on this one too. Like
it's gorgeous, so gorgeous.
Like how he used like the pinks and purples and stuff in the background. Like
I don't have near as many Virgin or collector ones as he does, but these two I fell in love with because it's Serenity. And we have the collector's edition. I got him to watch all of them. So when we found out that they were coming back with the series, I was stoked. And this is one of the Virgin ones that we got that I have in
it's
the top loader.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a sketch one too.
Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. And then this is the one that he picked out. I originally wasn't going to get this one, but I'm very glad that he did pick it up because it is gorgeous.
I love this one.
It is. The colors on it are phenomenal. And it's so good.
Right, yeah, Stay Puft used to get Deathstroke when it launched in Rebirth. Now I'm buying it for the Mattina covers. Right? I haven't been following it that long. I mean, I think, when did I jump on Deathstroke? I think it was like 29 or something like that.
I think
so. No, you know what? It was the Batman versus Deathstroke, that story arc. I think it was part 1 of that was when I jumped on. Which I think is right around when Mattina started, because I think that first one I got was a Mattina cover. But real quick, while I'm thinking of it, because like how Stay Puft mentioned, he has those 90s Catwomans. I'm pretty sure it's the same ones we're thinking of. It was the one Jim Balent did most of the covers, and I love how he draws Catwoman. I think on the Key Collector app there was a few issues.
Was it Cypher?
Zephyr. The one we got was the first appearance of Zephyr, I think, when she appeared in it.
The second one, too. The second appearance of Zephyr. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Balent did most of that run. Yeah, he did. He did a huge. Yeah, he did so much of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I that's what I was telling you. I love how he drew Catwoman. I mean, she's pretty big chested and stuff, but I mean, she looks incredible. Like I love how he drew her.
These next two that I have are Virgins, and I actually have double issues of these where it's one that I read and one that I don't. It's actually kind of funny because the Halloween before I met him, I was actually this character, and I pulled it off really well. It was fun. But when I saw that she was coming out with a series, I was nervous to jump on. I wasn't sure if it was going to be good. And then he had gotten good reviews, and I'm really glad I jumped on because it's been incredible. But it's Elvira. It's really good storytelling. David Avalone is so good at writing Elvira. He also did some Betty Page that I love. I love the way that he writes, and I love this cover.
It has been really good.
Yeah. And then this
Will you grab just that front one?
Yeah.
That's right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, because they were talking about the Yasmin Putri variants of the Red Hood. Show your next one on that one though.
Yeah. And then this is one of my favorites. It has Edgar Allan I can't talk. Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And it's the Virgin one, and I love it.
Yeah, that one was a killer one. Yeah, Yasmin Putri has been doing some incredible covers. I wasn't able to get that. What was that? There was that Nightwing one that was killer that I missed, but I was able to get this one, the Red Hood 29, which was from kind of recent. I think it was maybe like a couple weeks ago or so, something like that.
Might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of blurred. I don't know if it.
Yeah,
stopped,
it kind of
but-
did a little bit.
Right there. And soon we won't be recording off of a phone, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Put that on that right there.
Yeah. So yeah, like we were saying, so like the cover, cover art and stuff like that obviously does drive
Mm-hmm.
my collecting more than yours. I mean, yours is pretty much, reading.
Yeah, mine is like 70% reading, 30% collector for certain issues. I mean, it's just recently that we started buying the Catwoman ones, but I really love to go for the trade paperbacks. I have so many trades. There's so many that I still haven't even read because I'm still catching up on them.
Yeah, I have a bunch too.
I really love the trade paperbacks, and this is the last one I wanted to show. If you haven't read this one, you should totally read it. It is like one of my favorite all-time trades.
Yeah, Sandman. I still need to read that one too.
A Tale 2 Decades in the Making. It is Overture, and it is like a prequel to
the Preludes and Nocturnes one, right?
Yeah, to all of those.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The story is good. The art is incredible. It's
Yeah,
my favorite.
I love trades too. You know what I've been getting more into recently, since that we came across some in like some bargain bins and stuff, is I'm starting to like hardcovers even more. The hardcover trades. Even.
The hardcovers are nice. I really do like the hardcovers.
I mean, in our video yesterday, we showed the Red Hood and the new 52 Red Hood omnibus that we got, and I was just kind of flipping through it. And
out of the
that
two of
book
us,
is beautiful, especially Kenneth Rockefeller. I love his art, and it just looks so good in that omnibus.
out of the two of us, I would vote you the collector and me the reader. Out of the two of us, I would vote you the collector and me the reader.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such a huge reader.
Comics are so good. It's a beautiful escape. I always have like.
Stay Puff asked, "How's the saga reading going, Fuchsia?"
So good, so good. I love it. I actually updated my cover photo on Facebook to a section of what's in volume 2. I actually have 1 through 8, and 9 is in the hold at our LCS. I haven't even read 4 yet because I have to get through my to reads, but a lot of times I find myself when we're just kind of sitting here dilly-dallying, doing whatever it is we do when we're supposed to be doing something else, I'll still just kind of skim through, and I love Saga so much more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
It is an all-time favorite. And speaking of, look at what we found.
Yeah, we have, what is it? We have 6 of them.
We have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We need Isabel. So we have...
Yeah, we have the full run, just not Isabel. That's all we need.
We have Marco, Alina. I can't talk anymore. Prince, Robot 4, The Will, Lion Cat. We just need Isabel. But yeah, we have this one that was a specialty series where she's holding baby Hazel.
Yeah, NYC said he's on volume 8 of the,
I have
the Saga
volume
trade.
8, and I can't wait to get there, but I have to get through this stack. No, this stack first.
What are you on Saga? Are you on 4?
Mhm.
Like, have you started reading 4, or are you at the beginning of 4?
I made a deal with myself that I cannot read Saga Volume 4 until I get through this thick to reads of single issues.
Okay, so you haven't started 4 yet. So
Mhm.
you've read
Yeah.
2, 3.
Because my single issues that I needed to read and catch up on was originally like this, and then it slowly got bigger and bigger, and now I don't have any room to put my to reads,
Mhm.
and so I kind of need to clear them out. And it's my own motivation because I really, 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 really want to read Volume 4 Saga, where I told myself I can't do it until I get through all my other to reads and my back issues, because if I end up going to read Volume 4, I'm going to get right to 9 before we even have it, even though it's in the hold.
Yeah.
And
that's another thing, guys. She reads way faster than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like I'm an artist and stuff too, so I take a lot more time, looking at the
Well, I still enjoy
panels and
I still
I know
enjoy
you
the
do.
panels and everything. What's weird is if it was like an actual book, you would probably read it faster than me. Whereas,
yeah, by far.
Whereas it's the comics and the trades, I do read them pretty quick. But yeah, I am torturing myself, forcing myself to get through my to reads before I jump into Volume 4.
Oh wow, Comic Books NYC has 10 Saga issues slabbed at a 9.8. Damn.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's a hell of a collection. Damn.
Oh my god, I want that.
And I'm willing to bet one of those is number 1, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
At a 9.8 too, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, I don't exactly know where it's at, but we got the True Believers issue 1.
Yeah, they Image calls it Image First, but it's pretty much Image's version of True Believers. Yeah, the dollar reprints. Yeah, so yeah, we got the dollar reprint of number 1, but
I love Saga is so good. I want to read 4, but I have to get through my to reads.
But yeah, Jeffrey, you should definitely check out Saga. I mean, I'm still on volume 1 of the trade, but
you need to catch up.
I know, but
you need to catch up so bad.
But what I've read so far, I'm loving it so far.
It is a real page turner. Like you pick it up, you read it, and you're just like, oh, it's so good. It's just so good.
So 10 issues at a 9.8, does that make the collection a 98.0?
I would agree.
Yeah, NYC said, he said, yeah, one of them is a number 1. Damn, that's nice. Yeah, Saga number 1 at a 9.8.
See, and here's something you need to understand about my to reads. When I actually get into my single issues, it's hard for me to read more than 3 if it's not a continuous same story. Like the ones I'm on now is Titans, but it's like 5 of them. Those ones I'm easier to read faster, but when it's like 3 different series altogether, I don't like to read too many of them at once, because then I don't retain everything that I read in the first one, and then jumping into a completely different story, different world. But this is what I was going to show you real quick. This is what I have to read before I can read volume 4. Because if I don't get through this, I'm not going to do it. Like, if I hold off on reading volume 4 till I read all of this, then this will be done. And I mean, I'm still excited to read all of this, but it's just a lot. And it's hard to stay in, like, keep up to all of them. But yeah, it just kept getting bigger and bigger because Batman fell over. That's okay.
Yeah, you just knocked over Batman.
But he keeps piling on more to reads, and I know that if I jump into Saga and neglect my single issues, I'm gonna have triple the stack by the time I'm done reading Saga, and it's just gonna be too much. So I'm trying to lighten the load with my to reads of issues, and then yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention in this video too, Jeffrey mentioned in his original video, is kind of like the financials and stuff of collecting. And
sometimes we eat ramen for a week.
We're not that
I'm
part
kidding.
of it.
I was being sarcastic.
but yeah, we don't really flip books or anything like that either. And that's not to say I wouldn't mind doing it, but the only reason like why I would want to is just because I love comic books so much, and I would want like I hate my job. Like I put up with a bunch of bull crap, like I would like my job, to be comic book. So, I wouldn't mind, slanging silly pages, but um the collector part of me, like key collector apps and these sites and stuff that where you can see the value of your books. I like looking at that stuff, just the collector part of me of knowing, that I have something that's sought after or, worth a little bit or whatever, but
you're the one that's pushing me more towards getting like the collector ones. Like sometimes when we go and I see the Virgin covers, I'm like, I want this one. The art is amazing. But I'm mostly to reads because with little back history for me, my mom grew up reading comics.
Mhm.
She got me into Doctor Who. She had me watching Star Trek, Hercules, Xena, and I've always loved them. And when Arrow came on, it was like, oh, that's a comic book. I'm like, wait, what? I have to go get this. And that's when I actually found the Kevin Smith one.
Mhm.
And I love comic books.
Yeah, Quiver that Kevin Smith did was really good, and
That was
Guardian
really
Devil,
good.
like both of
Guardian
those.
Devil was so good.
Yeah, both of those are really good.
Mhm.
Like I love both those books. Yeah. So, what?
No, it's just
I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to make some notes of all the pointers I wanted to
Yeah.
hit, on the video, but I didn't really make that many. I did write down, like some of the people I wanted to
Shout
tag
out.
or whatever, but this definitely went a lot longer than I thought it was gonna do. Because
Well,
like I
we
said
ended
at
up
first, we
showing
were just
a
gonna.
lot more books.
Yeah, like at first I was just gonna record like a 5-6 minute video, but
Like literally 5 minutes before we would get sitting down to do it, I was told we were doing it live, and no, this happened.
yeah. And the only reason why is maybe you guys know this. I've been meaning to. I mean, I've Googled it and I couldn't really find the question, but as you guys know, we do this just like off of our
Mhm.
phone for now. But the videos that like I record are only like 5-6 minute videos or whatever, because of the longer the video, the more space it takes. But I don't know, like, if once I upload a video or whatever to YouTube, if I delete it off my phone, is that going to delete it off of YouTube? You know what I mean? Because I know in some apps or instances it would do that before, but
Did you
I
say
don't know
you
if it's
Googled it?
I did, but I couldn't really find.
Reddit.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, because last time we streamed and did YouTube and all that, it was we had our double PC set up and 3 monitors and all that crazy crap. So it's like
We had a lot more luxuries, and there's nothing wrong with what we have now. But
Jeffrey said once it's uploaded to YouTube, it's there. Okay, so all right, so I'll try deleting one of the old videos off and see. I mean, because even like so you have to actually go into YouTube to delete it if you want it removed off of YouTube. Okay. Yeah, see, and I thought that was the case because I could have sworn that I've done it before and it didn't delete off YouTube in the past. But remember one time, our old podcast last year,
yeah,
when it was just audio, the app that we used to record it on, remember some of our podcast episodes deleted off the app somehow, and those off of YouTube. But it could have just been that app though.
But we originated them in the app, and I think the app deleted them after 60 days. Or no, I think because it was one that we paid for, and when we quit paying for it, it just erased all that we had. Mm-hmm. And because it originated there, not YouTube, that's I think why it was deleted. But I was just about to say something about the last stream that we were watching Bueller, and there's
just the one tonight, or
I was gonna tell you should try and upload that clip because it's so funny. It is great.
Yeah, I think it's still on our Twitch channel. I'll have to find it, see if I can post
love
it somewhere.
him. It's okay, you're married. You can share that stuff. You're married. You don't gotta worry about nobody else.
No, it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
But it's one of those videos. Every time I've showed it to people, I don't tell them what it is. I just play the video and see if they realize what's happening. Then I tell them and then replay.
Usually by the second time they get it.
Yeah.
Usually by the second time.
It's yeah, editing can definitely be a pain in the butt. I mean, the couple pre-recorded videos that we have done so far, you know, I just have a free app, you know, on my phone that we just do a couple things. I mean, I do like our intro. I thought that was kind of cool, like the quick little intro thing that we have for our pre-recorded ones.
With the music and the videos.
Mhm.
I do like that, yeah. Well, it'll all come in time. I mean, it's a work in progress. We want to get a better setup. He's so eager that we do it now, and I don't mind because you guys are all so nice and so welcoming that it gets me hyped. It gets me excited to read more, get intrigued. It intrigues me, and I love it. You guys are an incredible community. It is one of the best.
Yeah,
that
I
I've
agree.
experienced.
Yeah, I agree, Stay Puff. I'm kind of the same way. That's why I like doing these live ones a little more because, you know, like, you know, you just do it live and and see,
Yeah.
I really love the live ones because, like, I love the live interaction and stuff like this.
I like the interaction too, because back when
this
we
is
were
what I really
doing
love.
the Twitch ones, it wasn't as interactive, and this I like. I love it.
Yeah, and Stay Puff needs to get doing his videos again. And it's
Yes.
funny actually, because a couple of the names that I wrote down here to tag.
Is you Stay Puff?
Yeah,
You're tagged.
Stay
you're
Puff,
it.
but I did a question mark next to it, you know, just in case. I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
but I would rather recommend, instead of following our video, like watch Jeffrey's original video talking about it, because we
Butchered it.
totally squirrel brain, scatterbrain went on this 45-minute tangent.
It was all up until when you told me to grab all of those.
You blaming me? Just kidding.
Maybe not. I don't know because I grabbed them.
All right, so
I
yeah,
listened.
so yeah, pretty much summoning
I'm
summoning
just
up.
as fault as you are.
Uh,
We were both at fault.
yeah, we're both just readers and collectors. You know, we both. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
we're
both
both
more of
like
a reader.
we're both like really OCD though, like where it drives us crazy, like until we get like that full wave of figures or that
You're
full
more
run
crazy
or-
about that than I am. Although the Saga Pops, I went nuts about, and the Doctor Who ones, and the
Yeah.
bombshells.
Doctor Who
The
ones.
bombshell ones I love.
I know, the Justice League Hot Wheels, like got that real quick. The Justice League Pops, the Justice League, the base
We have a lot.
figures. Yeah,
We
I
don't have
actually
any space for anything.
I know we are running out of space.
And we actually have like 4 or 5 different puzzles that are on my Instagram that I can't wait to do.
Yeah, she
But-
loves her puzzles, and
We have posters too of Hulk, and we have a poster of Thor Ragnarok that's going to go up when we get our own place. We have like 6 different posters and all these other plans. And yeah, our apartment or house or wherever we end up in a couple months is going to be
I know I can't wait.
a comic book world. Like everything
wait.
is just, yeah, here soon. But he's more of the collector, I'm more of the reader, and my mom got me into it years ago.
But I mean, but it definitely is like the reading aspect that that it does drive my collecting a little bit more than just collecting aspect.
Although I must admit, the majority of my reads that I'm forcing myself to get through, because I know I won't get to them if I go to the next saga, Motivation, are from you. Are the ones, there's one, the Titans, that he said he started following because of me. I'm like, I didn't tell you to follow it. And now it's, here, read this. I'm like, you can't give me so many to read. I can only read so much at a time.
And
Although,
The
to be
funny
fair,
thing is, it's really not that much.
it
She
is.
just gets overwhelmed easy.
I do get overwhelmed easy, but to be fair, I'm very grateful by the time that I actually do read it and have read it that I'm like, okay, this was worth reading.
Yeah, because I told you to read Saga,
I know.
and now you're hooked.
And now it's worth it. And that's why I got to get through the rest of the two reads that you handed over to me.
But then also our collecting aspect, which this is another video for a whole other time, but we also obviously collect figures and pops and statues, and there's that Mercari ad again, and I'm so glad that you guys don't see that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think we'll wrap that up here before it goes on any longer. But sorry to totally butcher your awesome topic and stuff that you came up with, Jeffrey. But
we're amateurs.
no, I loved it. It was such an awesome video, and you made so many good points in it too. And
you did.
And it did definitely make me think about our collecting and stuff too, especially on this time right now. You know, we're getting close to a year of being back into collecting, and tomorrow we are planning on doing. We don't know an exact time yet, but a live stream. We want to do a 2018 year in review, and then look ahead of 2019
tomorrow,
Saturday.
That makes sense. This weekend, it is the weekend. Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah, because we wanted to do that before the new year.
And I promise we will be more organized and less scattered. And yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna.
He's a half a tart. I'm a half tart. Together we're a full tart, and it's been like this since day one.
Yep.
But that's love.
Yeah.
6 years later.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I do want to shout out too though. We did get a couple new subs when we were hanging out in Bueller's chat earlier. I want to shout out Chino Comics and More and Comic Spectre as well. Thank you guys for that sub. I think we're at like 74 or something right now, something like that. I think it was the last one. Does YouTube still have the when you hit 100 subs, you can do the what is it like the vanity URL or whatever? You can change your link, your URL to where it's not all the letters and numbers, and like that thing drives me crazy. So I'm really hoping to at least get to 100 is kind of just our first goal, so that we can change our URL to something manageable. But
yeah, we will hopefully. Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
All right.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. We love you guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for joining. Live long and prosper.
All right.